Hey, Jane, Grumpy Old Crafter. What I thought I'd do is try and do a daily log of what it's like to live with chronic pain and craft with chronic pain. I'm going to do it a bit at a time and tell you about the start of all this. I went to Bulgaria in 2008 on a family holiday, and the first day that we got there, everyone went down sick basically. The whole hotel went down sick, the staff, everything. It was a violent stomach bug. The water kept getting shut off. There was no bottled water. We had to keep sending everybody out for it. And the upshot was, a year later, I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And it was brought on by that. Got a payout. There was a massive claim put in by 250 people, I think it was. And anyway, the upshot was I got ulcerative colitis. What is ulcerative colitis? It's where you get lesions, ulcers, or nastiness in your colon, your large bowel. So yeah, when did I have my bowel out? A few years down the line anyway. I was treated. I was in hospital for 5 weeks. 2 weeks after they diagnosed me with the UC, I think because I'd had the camera up my bum, it aggravated it, and I ended up in hospital for 4 to 5 weeks, I think it was. I was in a very bad way. People thought I was going to die, blah, blah, blah. I was told at the time I had to have my bowel out. And basically the surgeons and the medical staff were arguing at the bottom of my bed, saying, one was saying have the bowel out, the other was saying no, she's only 40, she's not having it out. So they wanted to treat me. If I'd have known at the time, I would have said get the bloody thing out, but I didn't know any better because I'd never even heard of ulcerative colitis. And I let them treat me with methotrexate. I ended up on. They did try me on another, but it made me really sick. And methotrexate they used to treat cancer patients. It basically lowers your immune system, because my immune system was causing, it is an immune disease, autoimmune disease. So basically my body was attacking itself. Yeah, so if I'd have known what I know now after a few years of fighting it medically, I would have had it out then. I think I wouldn't have been as ill now if I'd have had it out then. A few years of in and out of hospital, basically. I was very, very ill, and I still am. It's not easy to live with at all. You get depression. I've been treated for post-traumatic stress because it was brought on by all this. Basically my life changed. I went from happy-go-lucky, very healthy, going to the gym every day before work. I own my own salon. I was a beauty therapist, not that you'd know by this now, but and I wasn't this fat. A combination of not being able to exercise and side effects of the drugs have made me very heavy, very fat. Control the gym, but it's just one of them things. I have to put up with it. I mean, I didn't used to put makeup on every day, but I looked good. My skin was nice. I'm not now. I've always got these red, white patches all around, mouth full of ulcers. I can see a bit of a got on just there today. So the upshot of it is I had my bowel out. I was too ill to do a bowel removal and a proctectomy, which is taking your bum hole out. You've got like, whoops, that much bowel left afterwards. And 2 weeks after I had that operation, I was up, I was swimming in the pool, or walking in the pool, and then I ended up swimming. I was doing so well, and at my 2 week post-op examination, my surgeon said to me, "Oh no, it's in your stump." But I wasn't bothered because I felt okay anyway, so I didn't think it was going to affect me. Anyway, it ended up going ravaging my body again, and another 2 years after I had my bowel done, I ended up having a proctectomy, which is taking that last bit of bowel up and sewing up your butthole. So I am now a Barbie butt. But I can't say I'm bothered. Living with an ileostomy bag, it's not bothered me. To me, it gave me some life back. At the time, I thought it was fantastic because I was getting better. And then to top it all off, this pain came back in my joints. Now, whether it's because I came off the NSAIDs, the methotrexate, the autoimmune stuff, I don't know. I'm still waiting to find out. They said I have fibromyalgia, but the signs are looking more like I've got rheumatoid now. But you can have fibro and rheumatoid. So I'm just basically waiting to get seen by another specialist in May to see where I go from here. Now, day-to-day living at the minute, I have a carer who comes to get me up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I can't get up. I'm too sore. My joints have swelled up. I'm having fevers and just, or maybe I haven't slept all night because I've been in too much pain. Nighttime seems to be the worst because everything throbs. It's like boom, boom, and you're like really aware, especially my big toe for some reason. I think, really, my big toe. My hands swell up, my knees swell up, my lower back and my shoulders are the worst at the minute because I keep getting bursitis in my shoulder. I do get bursitis in my hip, but I'm used to that now. The shoulder one is a new one. Yeah, so they get me up at 10, get me washed or showered, depending on what I can manage. Some days I can't manage a shower even. They just give me a wash. And then they get me downstairs, and this is my little spot where I lie for most of the day, depending on how bad I feel. I do get good days, and on the good days my husband takes me out, but then it's quid pro quo on that, because I know if I have a good day and I go out, I'm gonna be bad the next day. So, you know, the spoon theory. I have so many spoons a day. If you're fit and healthy, you have an endless amount of spoons to spend on, you know, getting up, doing your hair. I don't do my hair or my makeup or anything like that because it costs me a couple of spoons. It costs me, I'd say you've got 10 spoons during the day, it costs me 5 to get up. And then I've got 5 more spoons to do things with during the day. And that includes going to the toilet or whatever, because I have to walk back upstairs. If I'm really bad, I have a commode downstairs, which is really great. But you learn to have no shame with these diseases, so you just got to laugh about it. I just laugh because my husband always said, could he have a commode in the cellar so he didn't have to go up 2 steps of stairs? And I always laughed and said no. And now, bless him, I have a commode and he has to sort it out. I have the most wonderful husband in the world. He has done everything for me, including cleaning leakage when I've been covered in shit because my bag's burst, and that freaks me out. And he just like gets me in the shower, sorts me out, puts me a new bag on, which sounds disgusting, but we laugh about it now because it's just life. This is life. Sometime I will get covered in shit because my bag's burst. Disgusting. You just gotta laugh about it. Yeah, so, and crafting is something that saves my sanity, and I'll do some. It takes me a lot to do crafting, but I like to use my spoons on it. It saves my sanity. And I am a very creative person. So I can't knit for toffee, so I can't sit and knit, but I can sit and do a bit of a doodle, a bit of a paint. I can, if I do a mini album, it'll take me for a few weeks, because I have to plan it out detail by detail, and then it might take me a day to do the cover and the spine, or it might take me I have to really be dedicated to do it, and if I'm ill in between, I have to leave it and then come back to it. I also, if I'm stuck in bed, I do bed art, which I have gelatos and charcoal pencils. I have like a little art set in my bedside table with some watercolour paper cut down to size, or I just doodle and play with it. Not sometimes I'll show it, sometimes I won't. So yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of a side channel for my day-to-day life with fibro. So day one, I think it's the let me just see if it says what date it is on here. It's the 11th of April 2016, and I'm 47 years old. And I have no life. I have two daughters, Amy, who is 27, and Lucy, who is 24. I think she's 25. No, I think she's 24. Yeah, there's 3 years between them. I think she's 25 this year, as Amy's just turned 27. And I'll be 48 this year. And I'm married to Neil, the most wonderful man in the world. And I have a new addition to the family, Emily Jane. She's 5 months old now. The apple of my eye. She is like a joy to have around in sometimes a bleak day. And then I have two other additions in the family, which are Jasmine and Ebony. Jasmine is nurse cat. If I'm ill, she's with me 24/7. She herds me. Oh, she's so funny. If I'm not fit to get up in the morning, she sits on me. It's like, you're not going anywhere. Or if I get up to go to the bathroom, she's herding me back to bed, as though she's saying, no, 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 you're not going downstairs. She's so funny. And if I'm really, really poorly and really, really in a lot of pain, she sleeps right by my face. She'll be, if my face is here, she's there, right that way, next to me. And every now and again, she'll have a sniff of my face and a lick of my head, as though she's checking me out. She's such a sweetheart. Ebony is, I bought her for company for Jazz for when I got better after my first operation, because we were going out a bit more and she was used to being with me 24/7, unless I was in hospital, obviously. But they don't let you have your cats in hospital. They should let you have a little cat time. Cheer you up. I hate hospitals, being in there now. But Ebony, so yeah, I got her as company from Burnley Pendle Cat Rescue. I'm just looking at her now. And we've had her 3 years, maybe 4 this year. And it's taken 3 years for her to settle down. They said she'd be perfect company for Jazz. She was a sweet little cat. And she came in and she was so excited. So overexcited at being in a house. She might have been feral before, I think, because the tail used to go like this, like she was like a helicopter cat. And she'd bite you. You pet her for a little bit and then she'd get so excited she has to bite you. You couldn't pick her up. I can just about pick her up now, but there were no picking her up. She had to come to you of her own accord, and we've left her to do what she wants to do, and now she just comes. I get a little lick in the morning sometimes, but in the morning she's so funny. She jumps right on top of my shoulder and she walks up and she goes on my face with her paw as though to announce that she's there. If she wants petting, the paw comes back, bump. If I ignore it, the paw pulls the quill back off my face and I get another bump. So third time, if you don't stroke her after that, you get a little nip. That's sick. Oi, get on with it. I think Neil is her human. Jazz is human, and yeah, Jazz Eben is Neil is her human, definitely. She is getting to be a little sweetheart of a cat. Unfortunately, Jazz gets very jealous, and if she sees she's on me, Ebony gets battered. But that's just the way it is. I don't stop it because I want Jazz to be top cat because she's old. She was a rescue cat as well, a little rag doll, and she came in like she owned the joint. There were no settling in period for her. She walked in. Yes, I own this house, and I own all these people in it, and that was that. So yeah, those are my additions to the family, and I have my lovely mum and my lovely stepdad who help out. My mum comes once a week to do my washing, and then I have our Debbie, who's, I call her my cousin, but she's not really. She's my godmother's daughter, but we grew up together, and she has a cleaning business, and she comes and cleans for me on a Friday. And I have a carer every day who comes to get me up. So I've got a good support system, really. I think that's all about, really, what I can tell you. So day one, I've sort of give you the background. It's far too long to go into in detail. But yeah, this is my... it used to be that everybody said when they came in, you don't look ill, but I do look ill these days, which is another bit of a downer. Yeah, it was commented on that I look ill now. Most of the time I'm bubbly. Sometimes I have those days where I think I don't want to wake up tomorrow. But yeah, I think that's normal with chronic pain sufferers. You do get the odd day where you think I've proper had enough. But I want to detail things, and I want to try and do it a bit every day. This is a bit of a long one, but it'll just be a 5-minute. This is how I am this morning. I don't even know what time it is now. It's 1:30. They got me up at 10 and I'm just about coming round, which is normal. I get up at 10. My husband brings me breakfast in bed, a bowl of Rice Krispies. I have to have Rice Krispies. Because with my bowel now, there's not a lot I can eat that doesn't affect me. So yeah, I have my Rice Krispies about 8 o'clock and a cup of tea, and then I watch YouTubes till 10 o'clock when they come and get me up, and then they plonk me on the couch and I either watch telly or watch YouTubes or look at Facebook or bits and bats, or I sleep. Sometimes I just go to sleep and then I start coming round about 12 to 1:30, even sometimes 2 o'clock. And then I have a couple of hours where I'm a bit more alert, and that's probably the time that I'll do some crafting or watch a film or whatever I feel that I can manage. Sometimes I can even manage a bit of tidying up, which involves maybe if I go into the kitchen and I wipe the sides down for Neil and then I'm whacked. So I have to come and sit back down then, or I'll go and do a bit of crafting and then I'm whacked and I have to come and sit back down. By about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I've had enough again, and I come back to my corner where I have I think I've got about 6 cushions behind me, so I have to get comfy. I'm the same on the couch as I am in bed. I'm on one side for a bit and then I have to turn over where I have a laptop. Well, I'll turn over and I'll use my laptop for a bit, check my emails or whatever, and then after about half an hour I'm sore on that side again, so I have to turn over again, or I'll try and lie on my back. I'm a bit like lead, but then that hurts the lower part of my back, so you can't win. Some days I can't do anything because my hands have swelled up so much that it feels like your skin's stretched really tight over them, and they're a bit chubby today. But I can tell when I'm really bad because despite being fat, I have really thin feet, and if they swell up, I know I'm in trouble. So, getting about, I have a scooter, an electric scooter, but even that's hard work these days because having to put your arms out to get hold of the levers to go forward or go back, and that starts hurting. My hands start swelling up and my shoulders start swelling up, so it's getting a bit with that. But hopefully, if they actually sort out one way or another what's going on in me, if I have got rheumatoid, they'll put me on a autoimmune and hopefully that'll help again. So fingers crossed. If not, this is life. This is how I live it. And I've got to be grateful because I have more than most, I suppose. So it's good to remember that. I'm not a particularly religious person, but I do pray every night. People who ask for you to pray for them and stuff. So anyway, I think I've chatted enough for today. They won't be as long in future. It'll just be like a quick check-in and off we go. So yeah, if obviously I'm going to put Fibro post at the top, so if you're not interested in these, you don't have to watch them, and if you are interested in them, you'll know which ones to watch. So it'll be Grumpy Crafter's life with chronic pain / fibro / rheumatoid / depression. Because I do suffer with depression, and it's not something people talk about. Having a poo bag is not something that people talk about, and I think it should be talked about because I'm in forums and I think, bless them, there's some who are so young and they can't cope with it. They don't. And when you first had the operation, it's such a shock. It is a shock when you wake up and you think, ooh, I have this bag of poo stuck to the side of me. Not nice. And then you think, oh, do I smell? And you go through all these things. Some people name the stomas. I didn't. I decided not to on purpose because I thought I might not accept it if I name it and it's like something separate. It's just the way my mind works. Some people name it and it helps them. And they have some weird and wonderful names. I thought of Voldemort if I was going to name it. because I'm a big Harry Potter fan, which might come up in some chats. So I can talk for England. So, right, finished. Goodbye for today, and I'll see you tomorrow, because however I am, wherever I am, I'm going to video it so that people can see how life is with fibro and try and understand it a bit, and life with an ileostomy bag. Might even post a picture, but I will, if I ever video my ostomy, I'll put a warning up, graphic picture or whatever. Okay, so me and my double chin, I might name that Chinny, are gonna disappear, and we'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Bye. If it turns off.